Get some Boba Fett. Get him. Got the little riding Boba Fett where he needed some lotion. He looked all crusty.
He wasn't quite finished. The more you know.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into this, man. How'd you like it right off the bat? How'd you like it?
It's the same timing problem with the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so slow and so many flashbacks, and you want like it's not good. It's not bad. It's good. It's just taking forever to get to the point.
4 episodes before we even really seen anything happen, anything new, at least.
I mean, I'm happy with with what I've seen Star Wars wise, but you just can't take that long to get to a point.
Mm-hmm. It seemed like this one was. I have to check the runtime, but it felt longer than the other ones.
I think it was like almost 47 minutes, 48 minutes. It definitely was. I feel like it was more. Like I think I was 15 minutes in instead of 38 minutes. I was like, what? Really?
Maybe because it was all flashback, like it was like 90% flashback.
Yeah,
that made it seem a little bit longer. Like it started with the flashback, and it was like all the way.
Yeah. Well, it was important parts of flashback. I mean, understanding how he got, how they partnered up. How they got to all the stuff in between. But you could have done this in 2 episodes. They really could have did almost all this. The Tusken thing, I guess, is an episode, and then he could have did all the stuff in between in another episode.
Yeah. I still feel like all of this should have been a prelude to Book of Boba Fett. Like it should be like, oh, here's a special, and it's just like you could have started him in the tank, and then it's just one big memory,
and
then it ends the special with him waking up from the tank, and then do all the new stuff. But I don't know. For me, this one I didn't mind as much because it has the memory, like. But it was also like I already know what he did with Fennec. I already know he made her the way, if anything, it just made it like show like how he got his ship back, which you can kind of figure out anyway. But it was mostly like their relationship, which is what I liked most about the episode, was like kind of their little,
how they created his family and why she trusted him, and how she was able to continue that relationship, how it developed. That was cool.
Yeah. Then we got Sandy coming in. Hey, what is up, Sandy? I feel like the episodes are not long enough. Yeah.
I agree. I think these could easily been hour-long episodes. They should have did it in 2 episodes of flashbacks, hour-long episodes. Get to the point so you can see new things. But I always go back to what you said before, whether it's 3 episodes ago, where you said it's the Book of Boba Fett. So it's not always action. It's not all this stuff like planned out for new stuff. It's not about the episodes like the Mando, even though they set up all that stuff. This is the prelude. So you want a prelude and then get new stuff. This whole show is a prelude.
Yeah, pretty much. So I don't know. I didn't hate the episode. It was definitely one of my one of the ones I liked more. But I do this one. I felt like it was longer because I think they stuck with one than the other. Like in all the other episodes, it's like half flashback ish and then half new stuff. Yeah. So it's like I never felt like I got a full episode, where this was mostly flashback. So it felt like, at least it stuck with one thing, and then it like flashback, and then it like really sets you up for the next episode, where none of the other ones really set you up for the next episode, so. But yeah, I wish they were a little bit longer, at least like 10 more minutes maybe. But
I wish they would have did together. Did 2 of them together. Episode 1 and 2 should have been one episode. 3 and 4 should have been one episode.
Yeah. Seriously,
you could have cut all the other stuff out and just have it in one episode. We want to go flashback and see him in the. We understand he's in the tube. We want to see that 15 times. You know,
Yeah.
just get the
Although this
information out.
one, yeah, he came out and he was looking a lot better. Less scars, and I think even
The
Fennec
droid
said
said
something
he's
along
done.
that line.
Yeah, the droid said, "Hey, all right, you've now completely healed, Mr. Fett."
Mm,
So
yeah.
I think
Oh
it's the
yeah,
end of
that's
the
right.
and I think that was important. That this is it. We're not getting any more flashbacks.
Yeah, yeah. Which I'm like, okay, finally. I mean, because now we're completely caught up because now you know how he got his armor back. You know
Mhm.
how he got to where he is now. So I was like, all right, now we're good. We know everything. But I'm still like the whole thing is like he's a Mandalorian, so he needs to be in a group, and
Yep.
he never got that until the Tuskens. So
Tusken
I'm
showed
really,
how important it was being being a loner. You only get so much power. You only can do so much, and then being a family, you can do a lot more. And I think that was important.
yeah, man, I look really dark,
Me
shadow,
too.
but oh man,
That's fine.
uh, yeah, I don't know. It just there was just a lot of things that happened in it where I was just like, they're making a big deal about everyone getting these upgrades, and I was like,
Okay,
is it a big deal or is it not a big deal?
if everyone's
You
doing
know,
it, doesn't matter.
yeah, but why isn't everyone doing it if it's like not that big of a deal? I just I don't know.
I think money is
Luke got the arm.
yeah,
Mm,
not having money out there, and that's what it is. You either have it or you don't.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It is what it is. But
I don't know, there's a lot of parts in this thing that I did like. So I mean, I like
mhm,
the council meeting, seeing who's going to join him and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. And they're like,
mhm,
What's going to stop us from killing you right now?" And his thing comes out, from underneath.
the rain
Any
cord.
other questions? Everyone else, please sit down. That was
I
badass.
I forgot about the rain cord. Honestly, you know.
I
So
thought that was.
he's gonna be writing that thing. Like in episode 6, he's writing it.
It's a war, so now they're going to really do this.
Yeah, he's literally gonna write into battle. Definitely love this episode. It was different perspective on the Tusken Raiders. That's one thing I like about the entire
Entire series.
show so far
Yep.
is they're just not like sand people, like how Kenobi said it, all those years ago.
You see them almost
They're
like Native Americans and having a culture of their own and understanding of their people, of their area. They understand the sand of the sea. I love that how they
mhm,
call this the sand, the sea.
yeah.
And I think that's really important that you see that they're almost like pirates, but they're together. And they're
Mhm,
tribes, and that's really cool. I think that we understand them a little bit more.
yeah. I mean, it's a complete rip off of Dune, like
Oh,
100%.
it's spice, it's everything, the money. I mean, it's exactly it.
Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know if I loved this episode. For me, it was definitely one of my better ones because it kind of showed Boba being like Boba again. Like even without the armor, because like he's like, oh, I need to settle some scores, and he like just goes like crazy on those biker guys. I was like, damn.
Well, that's who
But
he is.
yeah, yeah. Even Fennec looked at him and was like, okay, let's do this. I was like, damn. She's cold blooded too.
I
Um,
love her. I love what
oh,
they're doing together. I mean, it's showing that they're not just what we were seeing before. They're still the
mhm.
badass, and I love seeing that. What'd
That
you
was it.
Krrsantan?
Oh, he's
That's
awesome.
probably my favorite scene in the entire thing, honestly.
He's awesome. I looked up some previous stories because he's in the comic books.
Mhm,
And I was looking up some stories, and I think there might be a good chance he shows up in the Kenobi show.
mhm.
Because he does have that scar on his eye that Kenobi gave him in the comic books. So I wonder if they're gonna you know,
I think he's going to be a character for a long
you do.
time.
We got Martin. Let's see how Brian's dial-up internet holds up tonight.
It's totally wired in. Thanks a lot. How about that?
Yeah,
It still won't last that long.
yeah.
Keep this at an
But
hour and a half, guys. That's all I got.
yeah, right. The modem just like melts.
It's like nice and weekend.
Yeah. But even like that was the one thing of like with what's her name? Ming
Yep.
Na Wen. How is she 58 and she is still like a smoke show? She is awesome. Like she has like no like wrinkles or old age of any kind, and she is still like smoking hot and a badass. I was like, she will forever be Mulan. Like
Yes, that's
legit. I was like,
yes, exactly.
yeah, yeah. You know, it was
That's
like
how you
how did
look
she
at
like?
her. But yeah, some people age unbelievably. I mean that and
No,
still could be sexy. I don't know if I can say that, but I'm just saying it works.
I mean, she's a badass. I mean, I love her in this show. Like, I like her little stupid 90s bangs that are all gelled up. You know, but yeah, like yeah, she's just a badass, and I was like, I love that they're really going all in on her character Fennec. You know, in the show she was animated too in Bad Batch and live action, so she's if there's anybody who's a legit Disney princess in real life, it's her. I mean, she's been
But
so
that's
much with
what it is
Disney.
to be a Disney princess. I was just talking about my wife today that Disney princess doesn't necessarily mean that you're this girl with just flowers and everything is all going well for you all the time. Sometimes it means you're a little bit of a badass. No matter what you put in, you're gonna come out on top. And I think that's what she is.
Mhm.
She's someone who, no matter what, she's gonna come out on top. Someone you can look up to and say, "Yeah, I want to be like that."
Yeah, yeah. I mean, she's a great actor. I just wish she had like more stuff rather than a lot of like TV stuff. Because in Agents of Shield, she was super awesome. I loved her in that, and you know, obviously in all the Star Wars stuff, she's killing it. But so we got to bring it. Oh, also Chung Li. That's right, Street Fighter. She was
Yeah,
Chung Li. I was like like
I
everyone
know
at our
everyone hates.
age had a crush on her
I
in
was like, everyone
1994.
hate Street Fighter. That is by far. I love that movie. I love it with Jean Claude Van Damme. I love the whole thing. I I don't know. I was only 10, but damn it, I love it.
Sandy said I was focused on her bangs during episode 3. Bob brought back the memories. I yeah, I noticed that like first time I'm like, oh, she's going to old school like the bangs all gelled up.
So go ahead, put the little red outfit on, and then jump up and have both. Yeah, I don't know. That's all Street Fighter.
That's true. Yeah, well, we gotta review that movie.
Oh
That'd be epic.
my God.
Um,
Do a Street
but yeah,
Fighter
but
Mortal Kombat that double
the old
feature.
school stuff.
Woo!
Yeah, God. All right, yeah, that's definitely gonna be a show later. So big question before we move on. At the end, when they're in the balcony talking and all that stuff like that, did you hear the music?
Yep. And
What you think?
it totally set up the bando. I know it's coming. You hear it. Doom, 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 doom.
Hmm.
Yeah, here we go.
They
Oh,
played twice in this episode. It's and they really didn't show it the first time when he was like he was on his bantha
mhm.
and you saw the thing in the sky land.
Yeah.
They didn't tell you, but I'm assuming that was his ship, which
Yep.
was Din's ship, and then obviously that's when he finds Fennec. So I was like, huh. So and then right at the end you hear the little cowboy western music playing. I'm like, oh, here we go. Here we
It took
go.
4 episodes, but we're finally getting to this is gonna be the meat of the episode. Before we go,
Yeah.
I wanna go back to Krrsantan. So
Oh
he's
yeah.
going Boba has offered him a job. I think that's gonna be huge. I think he's gonna be a mainstay from now on. I think he's gonna grab all these guys that used to be loners, and they're gonna all work for him, and that's gonna be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I think he's I think not only loners, I think he's gonna find like bounty hunters
All
and
the
like
bounty hunters.
assassins.
Yep.
He's gonna make a little assassin house kind of thing, you know. Because he even said it's like we're smarter and we always are the ones getting like hurt because we're in for the money. Let's just make our own money. So I was like, makes sense.
No, it does, and that you can say that to all the bounty hunters, and all of them are going to follow you. Just like, that makes sense. Let's do it.
Yeah. So kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. I like that. Krrsantan is awesome.
Yeah.
I love him.
I love the fact that she tried to talk him down and work on all his thoughts and everything, and then he's just like, yeah, no, I'm going to rip his arm off anyway. Dismember him anyway, and then here, I'll pay for my drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. He was awesome. Well, and then I don't know if you caught it. He ripped his arm off.
Yeah,
and that was a thing that Han always said, like, "Oh, careful, he'll rip your arm off." When he was like talking about Chewbacca. So, so I feel like if that's like a Wookiee kind of thing, like ripping arms off.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
And she said, "Don't dismember him," and then he went and did it immediately. I was like, "Yep, there we go." He's like, "Hey, worth a try." He's like, "Yeah, worth a try. Why not?"
Yeah. Oh man. So one more question before we go is more like looking forward.
Mm-hmm.
So Mando's coming into it looks like Mando is coming into the mix.
Yep.
I know how I feel about it. I want to know what you think before I say anything. Is how do you want Boba Fett to win this war against the Pikes?
No.
All right. Yeah, same.
Okay. So I want him to lose the war in order to go ahead and do what he really needs to, where he really needs to be focused on. The Mandalorian fight. That's the war that he needs to be in.
Yes.
And that's the one he needs to be joining. And that's why I hope that they go towards. And that none of his people have to die. They could just join him and fight that fight. Or if he does win it, then he has to be able to give it to somebody else so he could go join the fight with Mandalorian, all the Mandalorians.
Yeah.
So
that before Din, he was the biggest Mandalorian. He's the original Mandalorian. You know what I mean? I mean, in Star Wars, stuff. So it's like, how can he not? How can he not be part of this war? So I don't know. But
what do you think? Do you think he will win? I mean, we have 2 episodes. How do you think this war is going to end up?
I really don't know. Honestly, the more I was thinking about, I'm like, because you're like, he's gonna win. He's the good guy, quote unquote. He's gonna win. But I was like, but if he wins, he's stuck on this like sand planet.
Why would he be stuck
what?
Tatooine when he could be? Or if he gets his family big enough, then lets them take care of those things, and he goes and does the stuff he needs to do. Because the only way, say the only way to win the war is the Mandalorians come and help him. So Mando comes and helps him, and whatever he brings people to help him win the war, and then in return he returns the favor and joins the fight.
Yeah.
Or he says something like, "I can't join you right now because I'm just getting this off the ground, but I will be there when you need me." Something like that.
Yeah, because we still don't know what Mando wants, because Mando doesn't want to be the leader and stuff like that. So, he's like, I don't want to be the leader. Here, take this stupid, black sword, the dark saber. I don't want it. Take it. And they're like, no. So, I don't know.
It's you.
Yeah. So, yeah, part of me, I don't want him to win, just so he, like you said, he can move on to bigger things that it looks like Star Wars is setting up. So I don't know. I don't- Either way, I think it's gonna set up season 3 of The Mandalorian.
Definitely will,
Yeah.
but I hope Jon Favreau goes back and looks at this and realizes the timing issue. I mean, really hurts. It hurts the entire integrity of the show. Like I feel like it's just too slow. You're waiting for the thing to happen, the next thing to happen. It's just dragging along when it doesn't have to.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Part of me is like, all right, I kind of trust him to figure it to get things going and figure it out. But part of me is like, dude, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
There's like an hour, 15 minutes, hour 30 left, and you have a lot of story to tell.
To get in there, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see, man. I'm super excited still. There's a lot of people that really didn't like this episode, but I like it.
I think
It was
okay.
good.
Yeah.
Still got Boba. This is gonna get replaced with Boba on top of a Rancor.